Hey VC, I hope everyone's doing well. As you can tell, this is my new series called Tantrum. I'm kind of just trying to go the route as the same exact way that Bret does it with his Tapeworm, just like a focus on the cassettes rather than showing them along with my vinyl videos, because I've been having a lot of fun recently with cassettes. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to save my next couple tape videos to show some of the contemporary ones I have, but right now I'm going to show you some of the ones from things in the past just to get you guys started and interested. Just so you know what you're hearing in the background in case you enjoy it, this is a group called Bret, and the album is called Good High on the vinyl version I have here, from 1976 on Bang Records. Soulful disco jazz sound of Bret. It's from Atlanta, Georgia. So, enjoy. So let's just get started. I'm just going to showcase 6 tapes I have here. You know, they're probably pretty well known. Some of them aren't as much, but still I just want to show them. The first one I have here is, this is a nice issue on cassette of Tusk. I had a friend of mine in my church who recently got her first record player. I'm a very big fan of the Tusk album, and I was kind of just like giving her some of my records that I didn't really need to have too much, that I've been having in the pile to get rid of, and I probably would have donated them. And but I decided to throw Tusk in the mix there for her. I really like the album, but I actually prefer to be able to have like a nice 1-2 side rather than having to switch the record 4 sides. This is the style that I'm into. So you have it on the white cassette here from what year was Tusk again? 1979. And yeah, I'm really excited to have that. I think Tusk is a great album. When I saw them play live recently, they were wonderful, and some of the hardest rocking stuff they played was from Tusk. Really enjoyed this album. They've been playing Sisters of the Moon, the actual song Tusk, of course, over and over. It's a great opener. Yeah, it's a great one. It's a great album. So, Tusk. This is a copy of The Motels' Little Robbers, which is from 1983. Really was excited to get this. This was my first real introduction to listening to The Motels, even though I was interested for a long time in getting into them, and especially hearing the All For One album. I recently found All For One on vinyl at the record show in Charlotte with me, Jim, Chris, and Blake. But here's the cassette for Little Robbers, which came out later on. It's on a white cassette as well, on Capitol Records. Doesn't have the lyrics in here, but it does have a very nice matted piece of paper for it. Not that it really does too much, but you know, if you're into the collector's spirit of cassettes, it's just very nice to have. This is something that was brand new for me. After all these years of knowing of him, never ever really gave Tom Petty a chance, never found the time to dig into him. I was excited to find this album. I found a cassette version on MCA Records from 1989 of Full Moon Fever, which I didn't realize was probably his big album with Free Fallin', of course. And I Won't Back Down. So Full Moon Fever. This is our third one I have here on white cassette. HQ. And I really enjoyed this a lot. This is a really cool, this one, they go all out with this one here. We got the lyrics for every single song. Very cool artwork inside the Full Moon Fever. And yeah, you know, they actually had a later cassette album with Tom Petty, I think, in the Heartbreakers, or maybe with another group, and I might go back to pick it up if it's still at the Goodwill when I go there next time. I'll tell you, I was a very big fan of A Face in the Crowd. So if someone's a Tom Petty fan, you know, I just wanted to throw that out there. I really enjoyed The Face in the Crowd a lot. I'm going to show the one in the last one people know. This is one of the very first ones I started finding that I was really excited about when I started collecting tapes more seriously. This is my first ever really listening to this. I've really been wanting to dig into Pink Floyd for years, but especially since the record and the vinyl community. The only ones I ever really knew were Dark Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here, just from high school and hearing it, but especially Dark Side of the Moon. This is Pink Floyd, The Division Bell, the last album they put out, which, if I remember correctly, is the one without Roger Waters. And I absolutely love this. I told LJ recently when he had talked about that really amazing find he had with finding it on vinyl, that I had recently got the cassette. And a ton of really, really cool. Ingrid also in the Facebook group and vinyl community showed this recently. This is a USA copy on a really cool kind of bluish turquoise cassette tape, which is very, very special. I love having that. Of course, you got the lyrics in here, which is also very cool. I still need to sit down with these lyrics, pictures and all. So yeah, I'm really excited to have some Pink Floyd in my collection at all, period, and to have it in the form of a cassette is very, very cool as well. So you have the Division Bell. These last two are ones that I wasn't familiar with, that maybe not everyone is familiar with from the 80s, that have really been exciting for me. The first one is Can, and the album is called Move to Move. This is from 1989. It's really good 80s dance pop music. Very, very good stuff. It's on your usual clear cassette. Just has the track listings in here. No pictures or lyrics. But, you know, it's very big. I think the songs are very noticeable. They're singles where I Beg Your Pardon, I Never Promise You a Rose Garden. I love the song Glue and Fire. And they did the Puss in Boots, they did These Boots Are Made for Walking version. And also Arts in D Minor, Harry Houdini. So I don't know if anyone knows this, but if you're looking for really great 80s pop dance music, if I'm pronouncing it right, Konkan, Konkan, I'd highly recommend checking them out. They're really cool stuff. Like, I definitely rep this at our wedding and play this for some dancing. And last but not least, also a really awesome find. I didn't know what to expect from this album. Well, how about this? The music didn't match what I was expecting. But the cover looked very deep, and I really liked the vibe of it, so I picked it up. This is Grayson Hugh, Blind to Reason. He only put out this one album, I think, and then like pretty much just fell off the face of the planet in terms of music and decided to stop. This is on a white cassette tape. Very cool, very slick. From what I really enjoy is that, as opposed to some tapes that are very, like, you know, writing has kind of faded off of it, it's almost like this album was never even touched. It's in such clear shape, such perfect shape with the writing on that cassette. You got the lyrics in here, some pictures, very nice green color. And yeah, he's just a really, he's this white dude with a super soulful, great R&B voice. The song that's big from him that made it onto the singles on MTV was, I think is it? Wait a second, I'm sorry about that, guys. I want to make sure. I think, is it Bring It On Back? Oh, it's Talk It Over, and it has this great gospel singing chorus that goes, harsh words are spoken, promises are broken, old wounds are open, and love walks out that door. And man, it is such a killer song. Highly recommend checking out Talk It Over. And there's a really funny, like, little cool old school 80s video of it. But yeah, I'm really glad to get into this Grayson Hugh album, and I feel like it's just, since it's the only album he ever did, it's kind of nice to have this album in my collection. If anyone has a chance to check out Grayson Hugh, Blind to Reason, I'd highly recommend it for some really great 80s soul R&B from a white guy. So yeah, those are the 6 albums I wanted to showcase. I have more cassettes, but I want to kind of do this a little bit at a time, kind of the way of taking after, again, like Bret, Life on This Planet's blog, so kudos to you. So rather than always new purchases, those are just things I'm going to show periodically. So I hope you guys enjoyed these, and yeah, stay tuned for more from the Tape Tantrum series. Cover Women's doing well in the VC. Take care.